Tears of the Kingdom has been out for a little over a month. And now with me being able to get down and dirty with the game. Wait, Tears of the Kingdom? I'm supposed to be talking about Mario Kart. Mario Kart has been out for a little over a month now. And with me being able to get down and dirty with the game, there is a lot I have to say about this game. Some good, some bad, and a few ugly. So without further ado, let's talk about it. Now with every Mario Kart, you will always have your single player, which includes Grand Prix, Knockout Tour, Time Trials, regular versus races, and battle mode. Now, I want to go into each game mode and tell you what I think about each game mode, then give my overall score about each one. So, there's online, but I don't have my Switch online. There's also free roam, which was the main drawing factor into this new addition to Mario Kart. You know. With the new Mario Kart, we have 7 cups, with those cups being the Mushroom Cup, Flower Cup, Star Cup, the Shell Cup, Banana, Leaf, Blighty, and the Special Cup. And my overall rating for the cups goes as Mushroom Cup, 7 out of 10, with my favorite track being Crown City. Flower Track, 9 out of 10, favorite track being Airship Forces. If you know from the DS, you know. The Star Cup being DK Pass. The Shell Cup being a 5 out of 10, with my favorite track goes to Crown City again. The Banana Cup, 5 out of 10, with my favorite track being Great Block Ruin. And that's honestly might be my favorite track out of the entire game. The lead track being a 4 out of 10, a little bit low this time, with my favorite track from that one being Boo Cinema. Lightning Cup, 5 out of 10, with my favorite track being Bowser's Castle. And honestly, might be my favorite Bowser Castle out of the whole Mario Kart series. And lastly, the Special Cup, 8 out of 10, with my favorite track of course being Rainbow Road. And in all honesty, that might be my favorite Rainbow Road out of the entire Mario Kart series. It is really good. A lot of stuff to love about all these tracks. Overall, this Mario Kart brings a lot of very amazing tracks, and the tracks look beautiful. And the most part I love about a lot of these tracks is we get a whole bunch of returning tracks like Toad Factory. I never thought we would see Toad Factory again. Yet here we are looking dead in the eyes, looking at Toad Factory and Airship Forces was something that was on the DS. If you know, you know. And we got a whole bunch of good new tracks, like I mentioned earlier, Great Block Ruins, which is my favorite track in this whole game, and Boo Cinema. A lot of amazing tracks to go around with this new Mario Kart. But here's the thing. With the new addition to Mario Kart, we have a new feature that is the intermission tracks. Which means instead of doing your normal 3-lap races, you drive to the next track. So first race, you have the normal 3-lap race, and then when it comes to race 2, you drive to the next course. Now, this is being fun for the first few times, but it gets old very fast. I feel like these intermission tracks work best in Knockout Tour, which I will go into later of course. But I feel like this mode would have been a whole lot more fun without the forced intermission tracks. Cause yes, Nintendo is forcing you, and I mean forcing you, like shoving it down your throat, forcing you to play these intermission tracks. So Grand Prix would be a 4 out of 10, cause like these intermission tracks are just overall just not fun at all. And if it wasn't for these intermission tracks, this would have easily been a whole 9 out of 10. It's really a shame that Nintendo is forcing us to play these intermission tracks, because like a lot of these tracks are very, very fun. But because of these intermission tracks, you barely get to experience these wonderful tracks, because you spend half the time driving to the tracks, and when you're actually there, you're only driving one lap of that track, and then it's over. So like, I didn't even get a chance to enjoy this track. Now, Knockout Tour. This is honestly by far my favorite track. My favorite game mode in this entire game. It is an easy 10 out of 10. And this is where I feel that the intermission track works the best. Because this game mode is basically a last man standing. 24 players, and throughout the entirety of Knockout Tour, it feels like you on the last lap the entirety of the race. It is pure chaos, pandemonium, and it really shows what Mario Kart is all about. Being in first place, get it hit once, and now you're all the way in last place, and you just lost everything. I just say this is probably the best game mode in this entire game. Not Abby on that. Like I said, 10 out of 10 for Knockout Tour. I suggest anyone who picks up this game, when or if they pick up the game, this should be the first thing you play. It's Knockout Tour, because this game mode is fun. 10 out of 10 for Knockout Tour. Time travel. We all know what this is. We already know this is where the sweat train to master each track and get the shortest amount of time possible. I was never really a time travel fanatic, so I don't neither hate it nor love it. So this is like a 5 out of 10 for me, but I can easily see this being changed for somebody else who spends all their time in time travel mode, so they can get the best time out of it. But I've seen some crazy shortcuts in this game from time travel mode, and the shortcuts in this game is amazing. And of course, a lot of it is being captured through time travel. So I definitely recommend you guys go check out the world records in these time travel modes for this game, because it looks crazy the amount of tricks a lot of these people be doing. Go check that stuff out. I was honestly really excited for this game mode, because who would have guessed we will be getting a free roaming Mario Kart game. We got free roaming in Mario Kart before we got GTA 6. That's a crazy thing to say. I never thought I would say something like that. In free roam, as the name implies, for free roaming, you get to drive wherever you want. And not only that, you can drive on whatever you want, because in this game introduced trick system that allows you to drive on walls, which is really cool, but it also makes you drive slower, so it's honestly kind of pointless in some scenarios. There are some scenarios in tracks where it is a shortcut, but more times than not, driving a wall is normally slower. But this is free roam we're talking about, so that doesn't matter right now. But like I said, free roam is overall a very fun experience. But the issue is there really isn't a whole lot to do. Because when it comes to free roaming, there's Peach medallions you can collect, P-switches you can do to unlock missions, but all the missions are very much drive through the rings, collect these coins, or some other variable that is the exact same copy and paste missions over and over and over again, a lot of them being very forgettable. I'm not going to say that this free roam is bad or this free roam is good. because I'm like right in the middle of this. Because I'm conflicted. Because a part of me loves just driving around mindlessly and getting to do whatever I want. But another part of me was wishing there was more for me to do. And when it comes to this free roaming, there really isn't a whole lot to do in this free roaming. Instead of just driving around and getting your occasional piece widget, which is, like I said, your copy and paste missions. These aren't like the missions that we had in DS that would actually show you how to properly play tracks and stuff like that. But it's here, but I do enjoy it, so that's why I'm giving this one a good 5 out of 10. Right standing in the middle, free roam is fun. I just wish personally there was just a whole lot more for us to do in this free roaming. Before I started this recording, I would have gave the online mode an 8 out of 10. Being Mario Kart has never been more defined like it is here. With 24 racers being on the single track, there's a whole lot of chaos. And we made jokes about being first place and getting hit one time and going all the way down to 15. We made jokes about that, but now here it is, a reality. Getting hit one time and losing everything. It is like super fun. But after a certain update that happened, I want to say maybe a few days ago at the time of this recording, Nintendo forces its players to play, you guessed it, the intermission tracks. Nobody likes these tracks. Nobody likes driving in a straight line. We all just want to play the normal 3-lap races. But for some odd reason, Nintendo is forcing everybody to play these. For some odd reason, Nintendo is forcing us to play these intermission tracks, whether you like it or you don't. And you better like these shits, because that's all you fucking got! But with them forcing you to play these intermission tracks, I have to deduct 4 points off that score of the 8 out of 10, bringing it back down to 4. A 4 out of 10. And the saving grace of it being lower is you get to create private lobbies. Thank you. You get to create private lobbies with your friends, and you get to pick whatever course you want. It is weird that you only get to play these courses online when you're with your friends instead of, when you're playing randoms. Because they're playing randoms in the open lobby, you are forced to play these intermission tracks. And like we got over, nobody likes these. If you don't believe me, or I really don't much have proof of it, but you just have to take my word for it, because nobody likes driving in straight lines. And if you like driving in a straight line, you're psychotic. Unless it's just the specific track like Excited Bike Arena and DK Pass. Other than that, fuck straight lines. Overall, there really is a lot I really do enjoy about this game, but it's just the damn intermission tracks that really drag this game down for me. Now, it's also very avoidable to the intermission tracks, because playing offline with friends, I would never see it. And I played Grand Prix one time, and I'm more than likely never gonna touch that shit again unless they add new tracks to the Grand Prix. And when it comes to online, a lot of times I don't even be playing with online with randoms. If I'm playing Mario Kart online, I'm already playing with my friends. But the few times where I do want to play online and I'm forced to do these intermission tracks, it's just a whole lot of straight lines and just overall not really that fun. But I love Mario Kart Worlds. This is a very, very fun Mario Kart for me. And it might make my top 5 for me. This is a solid 8 out of 10 for me. And I cannot wait to see what the future holds for this game. Wait, no 200cc? Yo, this game's trash. 0 out of 10.